A very good evening to you, Trisha, and to my audience and to my friends here in the gallery. Sudesh is here, then my brother Rajiv is here, Inkpam is here, Manas is here, and Akhilesh is here, Jatin is here. So, very warm welcome to my friends. Vimi is here. So, it's a new experiment. After COVID, we thought that enough of COVID. We must start and do something in the physical world also. So this is a first step in the right direction, I would say.
How did I meet?
How did you meet me? When you
Okay, how did I meet? Actually, one of my friend Jatin Chaudhary brought me to here. Yeah, so Jatin is also a great artist here now, excellent, and doing very well in this in abstract. Yeah, in abstract now, and he didn't did any qualification about art. Still, he is doing very well.
Wow, that's interesting to know.
So
there is always this interesting anecdote about how two people meet, and there is always a third person who makes you meet two people. So that is how interesting conversations happen and interesting meetings take place. So Jatin, I think, is there at the center. I would like to speak to Jatin if he is willing to talk for a minute about this interesting meeting of all three of you. Hi, Jatin. So he's the man who is I can say the mediator, or who is the
कैसे हम आपने हमें इनको इंट्रोड्यूस कराया या कैसे मिले, आप इनको कैसे जानते हैं? हाँ बोलो.
Actually, Sangeeta madam calls me every time she's having some good program. I have like family relation with Sangeeta Gupta, and she herself is a great artist, great celebrity active in many fields. So when I met Sangeeta ma'am about say 15-16 years back, I was very impressed with her persona, her lot of talent and a lot of things. So and even I'm into abstract painting from last 15-16 years. So it was very interesting to meet madam, who is very senior to me in this field. So after that, I have been in her all programs nearly. So I get good love and respect from her. Thus, I feel I'm very lucky to have that. So she is an inspiration for our young artist as well. And she is not only in painting, in other fields also. We can't. We have not gone beyond painting. What we call that or limitation is there. So she is a great icon for us, for we artists. So the great inspiration. So whenever she calls, I definitely come with some of my friends. So one time I bring Sparsh with me. I told him that Sangeeta madam is very good, a good madam in all the way, by nature, behavior, everything. So we got to introduce him to madam. I told madam that he's into good caricature as well, good sketching, drawing, paintings. He do very nice work, Sparsh himself. So it was, today is a great moment. We are all lot of good people are here. So I'm very happy to see live sketching of madam going on. So, thank you.
आप एक abstract artist हैं, तो आप इतने सालों से आपने बोला कि almost 50 years and you are a family friend with संगीता. एक abstract artist के तौर पे आप उनको कैसा, उनके art के बारे में क्या करेंगे?
She is very bold in her art. She's when I think when she took take color, brush, anything she takes, I don't think she think lot of. She just express her color, and subconsciously she makes lot of good things. I don't think in every painting she plans. Maybe she has planned a lot of paintings, but I don't think she plans. She just put the color on canvas in a very bold way and create very nice forms. She is aware of a lot of good techniques also, but these techniques are not learned in 1 or 2 days. There is her journey, a long journey of abstract of Sangeeta ji. So no doubt she is a good inspiration for me like artist. So, and I like her work very much. I have been to her all shows, and I like her boldness in the works. I like her boldness in the work. The same nature she is having, the same nature reflects in her paintings as well.
Yes. So thank you so much, Jatin. आपसे और बात करेंगे, और भी लोगों से बात करेंगे. Thank you so much. आप यहाँ पर आए और पृथ्वी के first show में, इस साल के first show में आप हमारे साथ जुड़े, और thank you so much. आगे बातचीत करेंगे स्पर्श के साथ. स्पर्श, आपसे मैं ये पूछना चाहूँगी कि आपने संगीता को कैसे choose करा portrait के लिए?
Actually, I choose a great person for portrait. So, Sangeeta madam is great for me actually. She's working much thing in this field and for good for people here. That's why I chose madam for portrait. And I'm very choosy about this.
Artist you have seen. Yes, I have seen a lot of your work.
Yeah.
As an artist, what is your take on her work, especially talking about art?
My take.
Yeah, what do you think about her artworks?
Okay. She always does beautiful works, and I really enjoy energetic. And whatever she think and she able to come that thing out on canvas or paper, anything on anything. and she
Yes.
applied
So that
freedom
is
in
true.
this.
That is true.
Yeah.
So, all those viewers who do not know, Sangeeta, who is primarily known for her abstract works, had been sketching in the early days of her career and has done a lot of interesting works into it. Sangeeta, आपको ऐसे खामोश देखकर मुझे गाना याद आ रहा और
संगीता को खामोश रखना कितना मुश्किल है।
हाँ, और अगर आपको पसंद आए तो आपको अपनी पलकें झपकानी है। मैं तो नहीं देख पाऊंगी पर ऑडियंस वहाँ पे देख सकती है और ऑडियंस में से मुझे कोई आकर बता सकता है कि आपको पसंद आया या नहीं आया। So right, audience is listening. ठीक है। So the song goes like this. बैठे रहे ख्यालों में यूं, पूछे रहे सवालों में यूं, कितनी बातें हैं जो कह ना पाऊं, हमको लगे इस तरह। आँखों ही आँखों में यूं खोए रहे। अब संगीता आपने पलकें झपकाई या नहीं मुझे कैसे पता लगेगा? अभी स्पर्श बता पाएंगे।
No. Actually, she's not allowed to.
स्पर्श
She's not allowed to. Yeah.
तो स्पर्श आज तो संगीता बिल्कुल ऐसे ब्रेक से फंस गई है, अब हम कुछ कर नहीं सकते उसका।
Yeah.
So
Yes.
what according to you is a good portrait? If you have to talk about a good portrait.
Actually, if we talk about realistic, then should be realistic portrait, and the spirit should be there on portrait. But it's not about perfection. It's about this. That person should be there in the portrait with the colors and perfection. It's obvious there. So that is portrait. And if you go like an abstract portrait, then that's a different thing.
So for Sparsh Dhaharwal, some of the important things to keep in mind preparing or doing portrait is it has to be realistic, it has to be perfectionist,
Yes.
something that is near to perfection, and something that is near to the real person. So some of the key points that viewers you can take back when we are talking about portraits, and somebody who can talk about that. What is the exact charm of portraits? We have Prithvi in the audience. If I guess we can talk about artists, about the artist world, and something about today's. Hi, Prithvi, how are you?
Hi Trisha, I'm fine. Good to come to talk to you. I am seeing you for a long time.
We are talking to what really happened at Prithvi, and something that you can talk about today's job that we are on, the portrait by Sangeeta, and a little bit if you can talk about it, because I can see it virtually, you can see it live there.
It's a very good initiative by Sangeeta, and she's done a great job to start this after COVID this year with this event. And Sparsh is doing a great job. We can see, as Sangeeta is not seeing, but we can see she's there in the portrait coming out little by little, and it's going to be a great portrait. And Sparsh is doing a very good job, I must say.
Thank you.
I'm sure. Indeed. So Sangeeta, you sorry, Prithvi, you are very becoming an artist. You are close to this entire world, very close to this entire world. So what do you think about Sangeeta's work? And you've seen her over the years as an artist as well. So what do you think about her work?
friend of mine, and we share so many things. I think 2 and 3 or 4 camps we have shared our room together. So we are very close. We know each other very well. And she's a great, not only a great artist, she's a great human being. And she's very good and very, you can say, whenever I meet her, I feel inspired. If you need inspiration, go to Sangeeta, talk to her for a little while, for half an hour or 10 minutes talk also. It can help you in a great way. And her art, I can't comment on her. She's a great artist and she's done so much work in her whole life. I think with the side of doing the job which she was doing as an income tax commissioner, it's a great work in itself. And after doing all these things, she's done so much in the art field, like not only the paintings, films, documentaries, and she's made so many, and poetry, she's so good in it. So she's a great human being and a great artist. And her art is absolutely very interesting.
Yes. You talked about sharing rooms in the art camp. So some of the interesting conversations that you can share from those rooms which are not supposed to be shared.
Actually, when we were in Khajuraho, we were sharing a room together, and she was gifting me one of the painting, small painting. We were told to gift each other one small painting. So she was making one for me in my room, in our room, and I think I have recorded that conversation also, and I hear sometimes to feel energized about it. And she is telling that, look, I am making this Hanuman, and he's coming, and she's just putting color over it, and you can feel the energy of your, like it's not in form, but you can feel that energy or that stature of Hanumanji from that color itself, and it came out so beautiful painting. I have got it, I will just hang it in my room, and it was a great moment for me. And a whole conversation, I think, went by for half an hour, and she's just making and talking. So it was a great experience.
Wow, that's interesting to know. So I know that in these camps and every places wherein you share rooms or something, some of the interesting conversations happen, and that is what you have the entire masala stored.
Yeah.
So this is something interesting to know. Yes, indeed. So we will be talking to you and other people who are there in the audience a little while, a little later on. So thank you so much for your interesting anecdotes.
Thank
and,
you.
We'll see you later.
Thank you so much. Bye.
Thanks. So yes, so how is the portrait coming up, Sparsh? Yes, Sparsh, how is the
Yeah.
portrait coming up?
I think Madam should say something about this. I have started. I almost
Can I talk?
for 2 minutes only.
This is my break for 1 or 2 minutes. If you keep talking to Sparsh, तो वो मेरा कुछ और बना देगा, मुझे मुर्गी बना के रख देगा यहाँ पे, इसलिए उससे इतनी बात मत करो, उसका फोकस कैसे रहेगा? You can talk to audience now. Mithila Garg is here. She will speak to you in a while, in another 2-3 minutes, and आप अपनी बातें खुद ही करें, क्योंकि ये आज का दिन अगर स्पर्श को बोलती रहोगी तो स्पर्श मुझे मुर्गी बना देगा और मुझे तो बोलना ही नहीं है, तो ऐसे कैसे होगा? ठीक है, अभी मिथिला जी आगे आएंगी और उनसे बात कर लेना थोड़ी देर में, 2-4-5 मिनट में. She has just arrived and it is such a big honor. This is my first time in my life that I am I'm able to sit for a portrait. I could never do that, and this is a new experience for me also, to keep quiet and not to move, sit like a statue. So all that is there, and आप स्पर्श के बजाय हमारे ऑडियंस से बीच में बात करते रहें, नहीं तो खुद ही मोनोलॉग करते रहें तो बेटर होगा, नहीं तो स्पर्श सचमुच मेरा मुर्गी बनाएगा. ठीक है?
Thank you.
हेलो कृष्णा बतलाइए
Hello, Mridula.
हाँ,
We are meeting once again.
Yes,
दोबारा मिल
yes,
रहे हैं
yes.
हम। और आज हम एक नए सिरे से मिल रहे हैं। आज हम एक पोर्ट्रेट सेशन पे मिल रहे हैं। उस दिन हम पोइट्री पे मिले थे। तो आज आप देख सकती हैं कि आज संगीता बिल्कुल भी बात नहीं करेंगी। और
हाँ वो बेचारी को बहुत मुझे उसमें दया आ रही है कि वो बिना बात किए कैसे रहेगी इतनी देर तक मगर ये पोर्ट्रेट बनवाना भी बहुत जोखिम का काम होता है, चुनौती का भी काम होता है कि यू नेवर नो व्हाट द अदर पर्सन विल मेक यू इनटू. I remember a very famous painter made a portrait of my sister Manjul, and she hid it in a cupboard and said that he has made her look 20 years older. So only after 20 years she took out the portrait. So, that is another.
that's an interesting.
That's quite an aspect of it, na? कि भाई you are totally in the hands of the.
Masti, not hands.
He can make anything out of you. And most painters are क्या कहते हैं हिंदी में बहुत शातिर लोग होते हैं. वो अपना जो कुछ सोच रहे होते हैं ना वो पोर्ट्रेट में डाल देते हैं दूसरे की. I think the best way to take revenge is to paint a portrait of a person. हम राइटर्स लोग तो उसके बारे में लिखते हैं ना, वो भी हम भी यही करते हैं. हम भी यही करते हैं कि कोई आदमी बहुत अहंकारी हो, very egoistic, to deconstruct him in our stories and novels, you know, make him totally the opposite of what he thinks he is. So the portrait painter also can do that same thing. So okay, now you talk to somebody else. Huh? Yesterday I had this 2-hour program which I was the only one without a mask. I was the one who was talking.
If you can talk about
So I think we should still
और आज हम एक पोर्ट्रेट के एपिसोड में हैं और something you can talk about this entire activity today. What do you think? What will come out eventually?
Basically, portrait is like a mirror, but not in your eyes, in the eyes of an artist. How artists seen you, that is very impactful for a person who going to make. Like you can see the concentration of Sparsh.
Yes.
Yeah.
Concentration is very important,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
we said. Yes. And what else do you think?
Basically, the patience and the concentration.
Yes, that's true. So you have to be very patient when you make sketches and when you draw specifically. And the concentration, rightly said, you have to be very focused when you do such sketches because you tend to, you cannot ignore the exact sign of what sign you are making. So rightly said, that's true. So what do you think that how will the portrait come up or what are your expectations out of the entire?
Yeah, actually, I'm working with this person from the last year, and I have seen many portraits. Yeah, and then I know
Okay.
what will
Yeah.
come up.
Yeah. Okay, so you are quite confident, right?
Yeah, I know that.
Yes. So he is also into caricatures, if I am not wrong. And
Yeah.
he has done a lot of caricatures and all of that of interesting personalities from the various industries. If you can talk a little bit about the various caricatures he has done.
Yeah, last year in ST Imagine event, he drawn many portraits. Yeah.
Yeah, some of the people you can talk about because Dhoni is one person I know that he has done for Dhoni and likewise for some of the important political leaders also he has done and some of the people that you can list down and that he had made portraits
Yeah, but I don't have remind many of them because after the lockdown, I don't think there are many.
Okay, okay. So, what have you learned in this entire 1 year of tenure you have been working with him? What have you
Basically,
learned?
basically, I'm the photographer.
Okay,
Okay, we have one project last year. I will shoot many portrait photograph, and sir will be sketch in caricature.
okay.
Yeah.
Right. That's interesting. So even that is a very interesting combination wherein somebody sketches and the other has to keep a record of it while filming the entire thing and photographing the entire episode of the project done so far and from start to end and in between. So that's very creative in its way. So all the creative people at the end of the day they meet each other and that's how the combination strikes. So very interesting to know that. So thank you so much Nitin for your time and if there is somebody else in the audience I would like to speak to them and know about their opinions or the how portrait is taken in today's world and their opinion about what we are going to see with it.
Thank you so much.
If you can pass on the if you can pass on. Yeah, thank you so much.
Very good, yeah. Jatika bhi boleगी?
With Sparsh doing the entire job
भी
with
जल्दी करना है
charcoal
इसको
and I can see a glimpse of Sangeeta there and little bit there and my audience who joined in through live stream today can also see a little glimpse. We started right from the scratch wherein it was plain canvas and Sparsh is used charcoal for this entire episode today and he's sketching the entire thing right from the scratch as I mentioned and like I can see a little glimpse of Sangeeta. I can see I can think of these 4 lines probably from this Adam Sami song which comes up like this and it goes like this. ये ज़मीं रुक जाए आसमां झुक जाए तेरा चेहरा जब नजर आए ओ तेरा चेहरा जब नजर आए. So yes, that's a beautiful song from Adnan Sami and we can see the beautiful some of the glimpse of Sangeeta on that canvas here made by Sparsh Dhaharwal and little things that Nitin has spoken about Sparsh's work into caricature and portrait as well. And the entire work is being held at Prithvi Fine Art and Cultural Center, like I mentioned. And as you can see, Sangeeta is sitting right next to her the entire display of her felicitations and awards. And on the side of her Sparsh, you can probably see the white panels I was talking about, wherein there is a lineup of the entire display of her paintings hung on the wall. And these are paintings which are hung in a very spick and span manner. And this is a must visit place in the Safdarjung Enclave. For those who haven't been to this entire place, you should be going to this entire place. For it is a resource center as well. For people who want to go there for work, you can go there for work, stay there because it is a place where you have stay in your space is being done up with white primarily and the entire background which you can see right behind the canvas. It's a beautiful wall that's painted. It's a huge heighted wall, which Sangeeta has done up you will go there and have a glimpse of this entire wall. You will see the entire difference in the earth and, if I'm not wrong, it's the combination between the earth and the air. That's what she has painted on it, and the neon line as difference in the segment there. So she plays in between her five elements of earth, water, fire, air, and earth, water, fire, air, and sun. So this is the five elements she plays with when she does her paintings, abstract works, and she mixes either one or two of her combinations and does her work into abstract. So this is something that is there, and most of the work has gone digital these days. So Sangeeta has also forayed into digital medium, and her ebooks have gone digital. They are available at Amazon and Amazon Kindle. Her artworks are just, she does a poetry usually. In fact, couple of her books of lately, like Ends Up in Names in the novel launched digital. I think art document the writing with the right from Prithvi, because there are more documentary films which are coming in the pipeline. So amidst all this is happening, today we can see her, she's into another feather, portrait making thing that she has taken up like a job and like a pro, which we can see, and she's not allowed to talk, which is the best thing that you can see today. So this is another task that she has taken up more importantly. So that's very interesting. So few of them also, and I would like to read some comments from them. Olalan says good evening. I say this is amazing portraits, that's interesting. And Radna Mahajan says wow, awesome. Meena Mahajan says wow, superb. Radha Mahajan says, Trisha, when you turn into a singer, okay, I do that part time, yes. From bathroom singing to now to virtual programs, I've started doing that. So Radha Mahajan says, loving every moment of your singing with Sangeeta's portrait making. So thank you so much. I'm thanking from their behalf because both of them are engrossed in the process. So Meena Mahajan says, the conversation with Sparsh is very impressive. Anuradha Duda Reddy says hi. Hi Anuradha from everybody. And some of the comments that are coming from some of the viewers who have joined us here today. I would request if any of the family member who's available in the audience, I would request any of them who could come in and talk about the history of the year that we are holding in Prithvi today. And this is a very special moment that is there today. So any of the family members who's available to talk about
Manas,
Prithvi as a center.
come here.
Because
Introduce yourself.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hello. Hi. My name is Manaswini and I am
Hi.
Sangeeta's niece.
hold it.
Yeah.
Yes. Hi Manas, how are you?
Good. How are you doing?
I am fine. So I wanted to know first, let's start with this beautiful center, Prithvi Fine Art and Cultural Center. We
Yeah.
were talking about the first in the series episode that's happening this year with this portrait making session. So like I know that this is a special tribute to Sangeeta's father, and you are the
Yeah.
next generation. So what do you have to say about the center?
What she's done here is really amazing because she's basically like named the whole center and named my grandfather and her father. And
Yeah.
it's a really nice place to like come and appreciate her work as well. And the events that she does like every few weeks or so. Every week, right? Yeah, so that's also a really good thing I think because it gives her and people that she knows a better platform to showcase their own work as well. So I suppose, yeah, it's I like what she's done with the whole idea of the place as well. I mean, it's a place where people can come and like stay as well, artists, and it's pretty. I really appreciate what she's done so far. Yeah.
Yeah, that's really amazing. So there are a lot of there must be a lot of sentiments attached and emotions attached with the place wherein you give a tribute to your father.
Yeah. It's a family thing, so it holds a lot more meaning that way as well. Yeah.
Yes.
So yeah.
So, you and me belonging to a different generation X, like we come.
Yeah.
So, if you were to do something of that sort, do you have something of that sort in mind? Like you want to do something for your parents, or because being a youth, what is your ideal?
Tell more about
thing that
yourself.
you give to your
Yeah.
Manas.
So my thing is like I am also an artist. I like to. I mean, I'm not a professional, but like that is one of my hobbies. But then I'm a makeup artist, and that's what I'm planning to do further. I mean, I plan to do work in film basically. So I mean, that is one of the things I want to do, and I want to start my own school later because of the kind of work that I want to do. People don't teach here. So I've been trying to like get into that zone that I need to start a school because I've been wanting to learn this type of work and there's nothing here. So starting a school has also been inspired by my mother, in fact, because she was the one who like gave me an idea. The idea. I mean, I was pretty confused a couple of weeks ago about how to take my goals further. So that's what she told me. She told me to do that, and she told me that after I learn, after I'm established, I can start my own school, start teaching other people as well, because this is the kind of work I want to get into. Nobody really does here. Nobody teaches. So that's one thing that I want to do thanks to my mother, in fact. And another thing is that I want to start an organization as well, like an animal welfare organization, because my mother is also super into that. And
yeah.
that's basically my whole plan for the future so far coming. I am trying to figure out more.
That's really
Yeah.
interesting. So you are also multifaceted.
In a way, yes.
Multifaceted, like I can see.
In a way.
Yeah. So you have seen Sangeeta dabble into so many roles.
Yeah.
So we've talked a little bit about Prithvi. Now coming to Sangeeta, taking on many roles like a poet, an author. You've seen her as an artist, a
Yes.
gallerist. She's also been an ex-chief commissioner of income tax or something. She's multifaceted,
Yeah.
like and you are so. So
But
what do you
yes,
have to
yes.
say her as an overall personality?
She's really inspiring. I mean, the amount of things she's been doing all her life. Like, she's always been someone who's been very work oriented. I mean, she has a lot of drive and a lot of ambition. And the way she's always done things has been like very awe-inspiring to me in a way, because I don't have those qualities in me, and so like I see those in her. I respect her a lot because she's always so bold and like so straightforward with everything she does, everything she says, and her advice and her opinions mean a lot to me, because seeing as I am into art myself, and so I take a lot of advice from her as well. So that's one thing that really I hold a lot of importance to. So yeah.
But being into different art mediums, like you are more into the makeup side
Yeah.
of it, and she is more into the painting side of it. Do you think that the ideas match, and you can take on those suggestions and implement those?
Yeah, of course. I
So do
mean,
you both have that understanding?
yeah, definitely. I mean, art, it's at the base level, it's like putting things out of your head, like taking things out of your head and putting them into whatever medium you choose. And like, I feel like it's easier for people to connect that way, like artists, creative people. it's easy for them to connect anyhow, like whatever medium they work on, be it like music, be it poetry, be it art itself. I don't think it's difficult, not for me at least, to take inspiration from other mediums as well. So that way, I actually value insight a lot, in fact. Yeah.
That's really interesting. So thank you so much. And what do you before I let you go, what do you expect out of today's session? How do you see? Because I can see a little glimpse of what is there coming
Yeah.
up on Sparsh's campus. So what do you think? How will you turn up?
I mean, so far it's looking really good. I mean, portraiture is something I've never been good at. So that is anybody who can do that. I have a lot of like, I really like, I admire them, and whatever Sparsh is doing right now has been really good so far, and I can't wait to see how it turns out. Yeah.
Yes, indeed. Thank you, Manas. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you, bye.
So that was Manas for us, and she could talk about a bit of everything almost. She could talk about the sentiments attached with Prithvi Fine Art and Cultural Center, how it was not only one generation thing, but also generation after generation, how it is emotionally and emotionally rooted, and how it is not only Sangeeta or her siblings dream to have a center like this, but also it is passed on to the next generation, and they are also attached to it, and how they take part in all the events and the functions that are being held at Prithvi. And the other thing that she talked about is Sangeeta, and how she is a source of inspiration for for Manas, basically, because coming from the art segment, irrespective of the fact that both of them are from different art fields, how she sees her as a as a source of inspiration, basically. So that's very interesting to know. So, so you have to basically have that one person in life who you can actually see as a source of inspiration. So it can either be your parents, your siblings, your grandparents, your members in the friends, your members in the extended family, or whosoever. But have that at least one person who you can talk to, who you can talk your heart out, and share your
it's
thoughts
nice.
and ideas about your work,
Otherwise,
basically.
it would
So
come
this is
out.
something that is very interesting, and you
That
get
much,
interesting
that much.
ideas about what exactly one can have at the end of the day, and how you cling up to those thoughts and give wings to your ideas and spread your wings like anything. So that was an interesting conversation with Manas, and we've had some conversations with Chandan, we've had conversations with Vimi, we've had conversations with Mridula Ji, and some more people as well. So I can see the beautiful portrait on Sparsh.
Pause,
So
Neil.
Sparsh, we can see a lot of detailing there on the canvas. So how much time do you think will it take
Sparsh,
for the
उसको बता दो तुम पेपर पे कर रहे
print
हो.
to be out there?
बता दो lunch पे.
Not more than 30 minutes.
Okay.
Actually, we can do faster than this, whatever I did. It's a depend upon how we start. And we have to actually entertain the audience, so that I chose like this way to do. Otherwise, I can make it in 10 minutes or 15.
That's very interesting. So, so for audience.
And madam is trying to cooperate me, but still ma'am moving.
And this is my best performance. This is my best performance.
Not a good model, Sangeeta.
We are
learn portrait and they want to learn this beautiful art, which will not wither away with time, because I think, irrespective of the fact that digital medium has taken over, portrait is there to stay forever and it is eternal. Because of the beauty of the hand tech, because of the beauty of the hand manual thing that we do, and the effort that is being put up behind this entire job. So, like you can see that Sparsh said that we can do this entire job within 10 minutes or so, or even more if you have this entire kind of setup put up like this. So Sparsh is also teaching this entire thing into ACT and college that he is taking up classes at. So he's also teaching up this entire thing, and their students are also learning about anatomy. So, so that's very interesting to know that he is dabbling into so many different roles into art only. He's doing caricature, portraits, and anatomy, and different other mediums as well. So you can see that with the changing times, there are things that people would not prefer gilding basically, and they would prefer to stay on to those things. And portrait is something that that is there to stay. Even in terms of gifting items, people still prefer having them as memories and get their photographs or portraits or something printed on them, and especially on mugs, on t-shirts, or all of these customized items, and keep them as memories. So they are there to stay forever. So this is something that we can see. And if we can talk about today's episode for viewers who have lately joined in, we are doing this live demo of portrait making with Sparsh Dhaharwal.
ताकि मैं थोड़ा सा बोलूँ उसमें.
Okay, okay, ठीक है.
जब बोलोगे तभी लेंगे.
Gupta is basically supporting Sparsh with this entire activity, and her portrait is being done up by Sparsh. So, for viewers who have just joined in, they can have a glimpse of whatever Sparsh is making on the canvas there. So, he's put up something very beautiful that I can see from here, and he's doing it with charcoal. And he mentioned that he is a pro with different mediums as well. So, he has experimented with the colors, he's experimented with pencil sketches, he's experimented with basically all the mediums. He's been into graphic designing. He started with that, and he's now into different mediums as well. So this is something that we can do. So with the onset of New Year and this first in the series show at Prithvi Fine Art and Cultural Center, Prithvi has opened gates for the rest of the shows to come in, and now in the forthcoming months and for the rest of the year, we can see a lot of other sessions which will primarily be based on art, mushaira, classes like these, or different other mediums, or different other things wherein there is an exchange of idea, or there is an exchange of culture, or like I mentioned, what Prithvi is known for, basically as a platform for exchange of ideas, meaningful conversations on art, literature, culture, traditional music, and everything revolving around it. So this is some of the things that is there, and there is a beautiful editing room as well for those who do not know about Prithvi. So there is a beautiful editing room as well at Prithvi Fine Art and Cultural Center for those who want to get their films edited, or want to make films and get their films edited. You can make your films as well at these three of the documentary films are on Keshav Malik, who's a prolific art critique and a legendary figure in his own tenure. So, and even today we can talk about. should definitely make a visit. It's at A block, Safdarjung Enclave, and you don't have to just seek Prithvi. Once you will be around the place, you will be able to spot this beautiful place because it is being done up so beautifully that your eyes will automatically move to Prithvi Fine Art and Cultural Center. So this is a beautiful center, must visit that, and it is open, and you can fix up an appointment before visiting the place because considering the pandemic guidelines, appointments are based prior, visits are based prior appointments. So you can just do that, and Sangeeta or somebody from the family will be there to host you for a cup of coffee, probably. Because Sangeeta can say that, so I can add on her behalf. So you can do that. So yes, so so the audience can have a closer look of the canvas, and we can see it's to the portrait, and the entire the entire outside structure is being the base structure is being prepared and it's done and set up. It's just adding to the inner eyelids or the cheekbones or all of these detailings. So as far as I can see, there are two Sangeetas on the screen that I can see as of now.
क्या हुआ?
That's interesting to see.
पूछ लो.
So Sparsh, if somebody has to learn portrait, how many classes do you take for portrait making?
Actually, it depend upon that person, how much he know before about drawings.
So if somebody
And how
who
much
is
time?
very lay and doesn't know much about drawing or sketching or something, so how much time would it require from that person?
I think for a normal portrait, like 1 month,
Okay.
start to end. Actually, first they have to learn about the drawing well, so that they could make that they could get the features out on there, and then
Yes.
yes, that is main thing actually. It's all about drawing mainly. After that, charcoal is like a technique, like you may learn in few days, and after learning it, you need practice well hard, so that you could get a result well. It's all about practice actually.
Yes. So that's really an interesting anecdote that practice makes a man perfect.
Yes, yes,
So
yes.
it is not about learning the trade. You have to be regular with that entire trade. You have to practice it as a whole on a daily basis
Yeah.
to get pro in it.
Absolutely.
So just like Sparsh mentioned, it is not just about learning how to add features or how to add features to the portrait or how to add detailing to the portrait. It is also about learning the basic integrities of how to make that portrait, how to make it meaningful, how to make it more realistic, how to make it look close to the person, close to the real person basically. So
Exactly.
unless and until you practice it on a daily basis, you will not be able to contribute to the contribute to a better portrait in a good way. So this is something something very interesting and something very meaningful as well, because unless and until you do that, you will get the idea of portrait making, but you will not become a pro into the trade. So you have to do that on a daily basis. So Sparsh, if I talk about आगे चले जाएंगे? Because I hope he जाएंगे because of the sentiments and emotions and passion.
You're talking about the traditional way?
See Sangeeta as well, and I can see Sangeeta moving as well and speaking also.
I'm rebelling now. I'm rebelling in the sense that I said, give me a break. It's like a punishment. I have a friend here, Priyanka. She has been doing many events here. I would request Priyanka to come this side and speak about Prithvi because before COVID, it was a regular affair with Priyanka, and she has made the classic poetry very popular, and lot of audience came here to attend those programs. Priyanka, it is,
Yeah.
yeah, no, she will speak to you.
Better.
Mm,
Yes,
I think
Priyanka,
so.
hi, how are you?
I'm good, how are you?
I am fine. So just Sangeeta told us that before COVID, both of you have been primarily doing, working together and doing a lot of events at Prithvi. So
Detail
Sangeeta,
में
you
बताओ.
can talk about Prithvi as a center, and later on I'll question you about what sort of events you were doing.
So I think we started doing events days after Prithvi was opened. I was suggested the place and I grabbed the opportunity with both the hands. And Sangeeta ji has been very cooperative in. So I think people have been talking about how inspiring she has been. But then inspiration is something that is from a distance. Yeah, you see somebody and you get inspired. However, with us, Sangeeta ji has been very encouraging in letting us do whatever experiments we wanted to do with our events, and letting us have her place, totally at our at our disposal when we have to do those events. So yeah, we have been one of the first few direct beneficiaries of this Sangeeta's art gallery in Safdarjung Enclave. I think 1 month after you
So what
opened.
sort of
Yeah, yeah.
events?
Yeah.
That's beautiful. So what sort of events are you into, Priyanka?
So Trisha, the idea behind our events is that most of the times what we tend to do is we tend to put literature on a pedestal and try not to associate it with anything recreational, anything light, anything entertainment. So the idea is to break that barrier. Idea is to establish that probably a good poetry session, a good story reading session is maybe far more refreshing or far more recreating than any of your popular entertainment mediums. So we try to do anything that you can consider literature. It can be a poetry evening. Poetry may be related to a poet. It may be a theme. It may be story readings. So I think we have been doing events here for last, if I include this year, it will be 3 years this year. So 2.5 years we have been doing events at Prithvi, and the events that we have done here includes a Bulle Shah evening, poetry evening on Gulzar Saab's poetry. I think last we did was days before lockdown on 15th March last year, and that was Sahil Ludhianvi's poetry. So yeah, that's the idea.
So what sort of poets do you engage with in such events?
So it's not for poets actually. So those who are already associated with literature know it well. We try to bring in laymen's, we try to bring in people who are not very connected with the literature thing, and as I said, they consider literature to be too heavy a thing to be called an entertainment. So we try to break that barrier, try to make it more. So we try to start by telling them that, oh, you say that you do not know this poet, but you probably know them fairly well. So yeah.
Yeah. Yes. So of course, Prithvi actually started with the entire idea of giving platform to people who actually wanted to have that one platform from wherein they can start off and scale the ladder to success, and that the idea became actually successful for a lot of those people who are into different streams, into art, culture, and likewise. So that is the entire thing. So today you are on a different occasion. It's not poetry, it's not art, it's not poetry basically, but art. So what do you have to say about today's episode, and what do you have to say about today's occasion?
So I mean, it's an interesting perspective. So I've been talking to Sangeeta ji also umpteen times that we should do sessions on understanding the art, on on the art of seeing that what is it that you see when you see a painting or something. So I guess today when I'm seeing the portrait in making, I can understand a bit of it, though this is not my form of art.
Yeah.
So it's an interesting and a one of its kind session to have a live portrait. हाँ, उनके लिए थोड़ी सजा हो रखी है इस समय.
Yes. So now that Prithvi has opened its doors for events, and this is the first event that we have hosted for this year, particularly post-COVID. So do we see more of the events from you and Sangeeta together in the year?
Sure, we will probably, maybe as soon as March, maybe, if the situation goes well, let's see. So for us, Sangeeta
Yes.
Gupta art galleries are almost permanent address.
Anything planned up in the pipeline?
Again, March will again be Sahib Ludhianvi, and it will be 100 years of Sahib Ludhianvi, so we plan to do something around that.
So that's really interesting. Thank you so much, Priyanka, for your time. And
उसके बारे में बताओ ना, group show के बारे में.
Same here,
because
We are
there are
planning
so
a
many
show.
memories attached to the sector wherein people
इसी
come
में
in
visit
and
तब से
share their
कि
works, or they come in and share the space for their own works, or their own creativity, or their own.
You can say that we had planned it last year and we couldn't do
It was really
it.
a pleasure talking to you.
Thank you, thanks Trisha.
Spoke at length about how she has been doing works, and at how she has been doing programs at Prithvi ever since Prithvi started, and it was a month old. And so that is how things are, and probably March onwards, or probably in March, we can see Sahil Ludhianvi's 100th episode celebration, and Prithvi, all fingers crossed for that. And let's see what happens as we have opened gates to Prithvi this year with this first in the series episode today with a portrait making session with Sparsh Dhaharwal and Sangeeta Gupta together. So that's Vivi again. Hello Vivi.
Hi.
So how is it happening? How are things there?
Oh, it's coming out pretty well.
So we can.
I think
Yes.
it's not going to take much time now. He's already there on that. He's making on paper, so he's already there on that paper also. And I just want to say that in the March events, one of the group shows which we planned in last year, that in 2020, one group show on International Women's Day, 8th March. So that event which was postponed last year is going to happen this year also at Prithvi with five women group show.
Okay, that's nice. A little detailing if you can talk about. So be 5 women who would be there.
Yeah.
वो भी मैं
So
बोलूँगी मुझे ब्रेक
it's
लास्ट में बोल दूँगी है ना
it's Sangeeta Gupta is there, and then one Nupur Kundu is there, and me, Vimendra me, and Anjali Ila Menon will be there.
Melbourne
And Milburn Cherian is there, and one of the ceramic artists,
you
Rachna
can
Parashar.
mention
So she will be there.
Okay. So
So
more to women power and
yeah,
we can see in
yeah,
March.
yeah. It's on the Women's International Day. It will be the opening on that day only,
Okay.
and it will go on. I think it will
1 month.
last for 1 month. To people come and visit the show anytime they want and come and see the works.
So there will be an exhibition of all of your works and they'll be
Yeah.
exhibited at the gallery.
Yes,
That's
yes.
what you're saying?
Yes, yes.
So that's very interesting. So for all the viewers who are watching us today and who joined us here today, Vimi has given, Vimendra, she's given us already tickets to March, March's episode, and a 1 month long long event that will be held at Prithvi, and this is on the launch will be on the International Women's Day, like Vimi said, and 5 of these powerful women will be displaying their artworks there, and we have Vimendra, we have Angelina Menon, we have Sangeeta Menon, we have Cherin, we have
Nupur Kundu.
Rachna, who's a ceramic artist, I think.
Yes.
Nupur Kundu as well. And I think I'm not missing on anyone now.
Yeah,
So
something.
all of these power-packed women, they'll be putting in their artworks on display.
And this will
So
be
to make a visit, it will be
curated.
much long.
This will be curated by Sangeeta Gupta, and she will be doing a good job. I know.
Yes.
She's already done so many shows
Yes,
and so many
and-
curated.
Yes. So this will be curated, just like we mentioned, by Sangeeta Gupta, and then she'll be allowed to talk and not being punished like this.
Yeah, that's for sure. We would love to hear from her.
She can, yes, so then she can talk and add length about this, and all the other artists would also be, I think, available to talk about their works during this session.
Yeah, of course.
And yes, so you can always come and visit Prithvi with appointment, of course, considering the pandemic situation, and I wish this pandemic gets over by then, so that everybody is allowed to come in at their own respective times, and I can have glimpse of the entire work there. So that's very interesting. So just like you make that entire itching in your heart to do things, and you open the doors to do things, and work comes in. So just like Priyanka mentioned and Vimi mentioned that we can see a lineup of events at Prithvi. So that's very interesting to know. And you can see on the screen that Sparsh is already
Yes,
almost on
it's
the
almost done.
verge of doing the final touching. Yes. So there are final touches being done. So I can see 2 Sangeetas there, and none of them is allowed to talk. So that's very that's
I'm breaking rules. Trisha, I want you to mention that Sparsh is going to do lot of live sessions with people. Especially people can come and learn making portraits. He will do classes, but then an appointment and a prior fixing of appointment is necessary. That can be done, and also he can do live sessions of other mediums. You know, he is not only good with charcoal, he can also do a portrait with watercolor. Today also he is working on paper, and he is a master of paper. He would be doing portraits with watercolor, and I have seen his work earlier also. He can handle any medium, be it canvas or paper or charcoal or watercolor or oil or acrylic, whatever is there. So the basic idea is to introduce Sparsh to Prithvi. Whoever works here in Prithvi becomes part of the family of Prithvi. So now Sparsh is part of the family of Prithvi, We look forward to have many more sessions with Sparsh where he'll be making portrait and also teaching people to make portrait or anatomical works. He's a master of. He's a great teacher. He has been teaching in institutes and delivering lectures and doing live events earlier also. So it's a new beginning of a teamwork with Prithvi and Sparsh. Uh, that's what I wanted to add, and this is only a beginning, and many more occasions will happen where Sparsh will be doing many live sessions, maybe with watercolor, with anatomy or other things. While we, unfortunately last year we could not do the group show of women artists, which we will be doing this year. During the event of 1 month, there will be at least 4 major events happening of poetry, of music, that kind of a thing. We want each different field of art to come together, to complement each other. So there will be music, there will be poetry, there will be theatre, maybe Sparsh will make some caricatures of the women artists, whatever. We haven't planned it in detail, but lot of events during those 1 month will be there. I just want to inform people that feel free. The only thing is we will maintain social norms if it is required still, and we will carry on with our life and we will carry on with the activities of Prithvi. That's what I wanted to add. So because now the Sparsh will be finishing very soon, I thought that let me also inform the audience about this. Took the opportunity, right?
Yeah,
Grabbed it.
you any which way,
Grabbed it.
you any which way, trying to take this opportunity. Yeah. Meena Mahajan says portrait is looking as original as Sangeeta ji. So these are some of the comments that are there, and I think it will give you as much as appreciation, which my song in the beginning could not give you. So we are in the final touches at the end, and I can clearly see the final version being done with Sparsh Dhaharwal, and as Sangeeta mentioned that in the forthcoming months, in a month or so, we'll be going to see a couple of sessions wherein there will be a mix of poetry, music, art, culture and all, and Sparsh primarily would be taking in classes wherein people who would want to learn about portrait, caricatures, anatomy, or watercolors, or sketching, or all of that, they can come here at Prithvi Fine Art and Cultural Center at Safdarjung Enclave, and they can take a prior appointment and fix up their time and meet Sparsh Dhaharwal at the center, and can take these classes from him for this entire gamut of things that he has to teach. So it will not just be the final work that he'll be teaching, but he will take you through the entire journey of how to make these sketches and how to be a pro, and how to take it from passion to profession like he did for his entire journey. So that is what is there. And on the other hand, when we are at Prithvi and talking about the center today, just like I mentioned, there will be a lineup of events. Just like we mentioned, there will be on International Women's Day, multi-show being organized and curated by Sangeeta Gupta, and will be 5 women participating show, wherein 5 of these women from different sort of arts will come together, come forward and display their artworks at Prithvi Fine Art and Cultural Center. And you can come in and see for this entire 1 month tenure, and their works will be displayed. And you can make your prior appointments and come in, and these 5 women will be available to talk about their works. And about the forthcoming months. And just like we spoke to Priyanka, and she talked about how she has been doing events at Prithvi since the time Prithvi opened, almost a month after it. And we'll see maybe probably the Sahil Gandhi's 100th celebration, or 100th year of that celebration at Prithvi. Priyanka and Sangeeta will jointly do some of the other events at Prithvi Fine Art and Cultural Center at Safdarjung Enclave. So let me ask Sparsh. Sparsh, how much time do we are we going to take? Because now I don't know about Sangeeta, but even I am, though I can see, but even I am getting to that you have to tell Sparsh.
10 minutes.
Otherwise she will jump.
I think I should take it 10 minutes only.
Come on the other side.
I should take 10 minutes only for this to finish it.
10 minutes.
Yeah, because it's going really
Okay.
going to time, up now.
All right.
Yeah.
So 10 minutes or so audience, and you will have two Sangeeta's plays right next to each other, and you can actually see and witness the entire performance, wherein Sparsh started with a plain canvas and added the entire portrait with charcoal onto it, and did this entire activity right in front of us. And like I mentioned, we can even complete a portrait in 10 minutes, and when we do such kind of activity and I try and bother him in between by posing some questions, he takes a little more time. And so do not disturb a portrait artist while he's working on some portrait or caricature. That is the other point to be taken back home. And do not disturb the muse as well, because the muse is not allowed to talk. And if the muse is too demanding,
Muse
we
can
talk,
talk.
do not allow the muse to be talking. So that is something, other thing that you have to take it mind while you are deeply engrossed in this entire activity. So this is something that we are looking at right from the Prithvi Fine Art and Cultural Center, and right within 10 minutes we have the
Start countdown.
portrait being made up, and so it's like 10. At the speed or 10, 9, 8, at the speed.
Actually, I set the speed
Even
of
the speed matters.
reached to within 10 minutes
Even
now.
the speed. Yes. So yes. So I'm so engrossed in the work that whatever I had to talk to, I have done enough of the talking, and I just want to see that the entire portrait, how does it, so I can see the entirely, but for all those people, there's a special announcement for all those people who would want to hold events, especially pertaining to art, culture, or poetry, or traditional music, or something relevant to these grounds, or probably documentary filmmaking, or any of these together. And of course, art classes which Sparsh would be taking in, or display your artwork or something like that, or display any of the art projects that you have. Prithvi Fine Art and Cultural Center has opened its arms and is welcoming you all to host your events at this very fine center at Safdarjung Enclave area. And you can come in, have your appointments booked at Prithvi Fine Art and Cultural Center. There is a page at Facebook. There is an Instagram account by the name of @Prithvi Fine Art, and also there is a website which goes by the name of www.prithvifineartandculturalcenter.org. So you can go to the website, read more details about Prithvi, the kind of work that Prithvi has already done. There are a lot of pictures and a lot of details mentioned about the sort of events that are there. For the regular updates, you can always follow the Instagram page for Prithvi Fine Art, and you can always follow the Facebook page for Prithvi Fine Art and Cultural Center. And these pages are regularly updated with what all is happening around Prithvi and its world. So you can get a lot of detailing. There is an appointment banner wherein if you want to fix an appointment, you can just make a request for the appointment. Whatever time you want to choose it, you can choose the time and fix up an appointment for that particular time. And if that suits Sangeeta or somebody who is taking care of the entire thing, we'll give a heads up for that appointment. And therein you can come and make a visit at the center and see how it goes well with the center, and when you can have your show set up, and it is all ready to host any show in the forthcoming months. So this is something that I wanted to make an announcement about. So I think I should be starting my countdown now. So is that too much of nervous breakdown kind of thing that I'm trying to do?
No, not at all. Not at all.
No, not at all. Okay. Oh, that is completely alright. So that is primarily my job. So that is what I do.
Yeah, I know.
चलो फाइनल काउंटडाउन से पहले एक गाना सुना देते हैं। हाँ, आपको 2 मिनट का बफर टाइम दिया जाता है स्पर्श।
Okay, that's enough for me.
टाइम दे देना चाहिए, जब आर्टिस्ट अच्छा काम करे उसको ग्रेस टाइम दे देना चाहिए।
Thank you.
You're welcome. Sangeeta, as I can see, this beautiful portrait being made by Sparsh, and though it's in black and white, but my song goes like this. ये चांद सा रोशन चेहरा, जुल्फों का रंग सुनहरा, ये चीज़
तुम्हारा पोर्ट्रेट बिगड़ जाने वाला है।
उनमें गहरा तारीफ करूं क्या उसकी जिसने तुम्हें बनाया, तारीफ करूं क्या उसकी जिसने तुम्हें बनाया। बस 2 मिनट का बफर टाइम पूरा हो गया है।
It's done now.
It's done? It's done! I'm free! If somebody has to make your portrait, the person has to know you a bit, you know. So we have been talking, we have been, doing some rough sketches so that he's prepared for a live show. A portrait may take hours together. It's a very commendable job that he has done it in 2 hours, and we feel that people who are interested into portraits, they can come and get their portraits made by him, or they want to attend classes and learn the anatomy or the portraiture, they can do that also. we intend to open this center for youngsters, for people who could never fulfill their desire to learn art and want to do it. It is never too late, so anybody can come and learn art. Inquiry on Facebook or on Messenger can be sent to us, and then we will take care of those appointments. We want to make it a regular event of live shows and classes both, and a lot of I look forward to a lot of poetry, lot of art, lot of activities and lot of fun and happiness here. Thank you, Trisha, for keeping the show alive for 2 hours. It's not easy.
It's a difficult task.
It's a very difficult task. So hats off to you. And जब संगीता नहीं बोलती है तो दूसरों को बहुत बोलना पड़ता है. So on this note, let's first speak for a few moments and then we can wind up.